Leo, how you going? This is your general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising and anywhere in your chart that you have Leo. The general blurb is down below. And if you're returning, hello, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you guys, I really do. And if you're new to the channel, hello, welcome in. My intention here is to help as many people as I can. So thank you for stopping by and I hope you get something from it. All right, let's see what we're up to. Leo. Bottom of the deck we've got Willow, my favourite trees, and we have the heart chakra, love, and we have pink lotus. This is really lovely. Willows are very flexible. Very, very flexible, and weeping willows are my favourite, how they kind of blow, and they're almost like an umbrella, and so it's like a protective umbrella around whoever's underneath or whoever needs their protection, and that comes from a place of the heart. But with the pink lotus, I don't think this has come easy. I think to get to that place, it's been a bit of a shit fight through the mud, really. You could feel like, if you're not careful, you might feel like you're being taken advantage of, and maybe losing some of your fluidity. With the willow, they still allow things to blow in and blow out. They're not a structured solid tree. They're very fluid with the cycles. And Leo, you guys can be a bit, stuck in your ways. Anywho, let's see where this leads us. There you are, King of Wands. This is for you. All right. This one's for you. We're stuck in our ways, attached to things that maybe aren't helpful for us. Let's get it out and see what happens. As usual, I will lay them out and then we'll go through them. 8 of Swords, stuck. 3 of Wands, Fool. 7 of Swords, Temperance. 6 of Wands, Justice. The Hanged Man, 10 of Cups, Tower, and Death. Now, before you go, I'm turning off because that's a horrible ending. Let's just go through it because I don't think it is. I think it's a great ending for where you currently are, because the Tower and Death together are big transformation. And especially with Justice. So you've got a fair few majors in here, starting with the Devil. Let's go through it, shall we? So you can see where we're going. You've got, as previously mentioned, you've got this real attached energy to something unhealthy. It could be codependence. It could be being too rigid and going against your natural ability and natural instinct to just go with the flow. You're not wanting to see that you are the one keeping yourself stuck. This can be a hard truth for all of us. And so you're just letting yourself feel like you've got no other choice. I'm hearing, I don't have a choice. What other option do I have? So here's you kind of looking out, waiting for other options to come to you. And it doesn't quite work like that, my loves. At the foundation of the reading is the Seven of Swords. And I feel like you've got the 7 and the 8. I feel like if you allow someone else I feel like you are taking responsibility for somebody else. You're either, I just said, carrying their lives. So you could be going along with them, especially if this talks about an addiction or something like that. Not that it is, but quite often with domestic violence, the perpetrator will tell a lie and the victim will go along with that lie. So I feel like, I don't think that's the situation at the moment, but I feel like you've really put your feet to the fire here, and things are getting hot. So this is a real opportunity for a turning point, and I'll get to what happens if you don't do it yourself. The block or the obstacle or the opportunity is the Fool card, so it's starting something completely new, going a different way, leaving old ways of doing things behind and moving forward in a different direction or a different way. I think you've been warned about this, not warned so much as you've got subtle messages that you know things aren't right. It's just not. It's just not right. And you're still carrying the facade. And I think underneath you know that it's unbalanced and that you really need to balance things out. There's an opportunity for you to be victorious, but I think one of the reasons that you're hanging on to the current situation is because this is very Leo energy. You know, the provider, the battler, the worker, the warrior is successful and overcomes and carries other people. And I think that's really hard for you to give up. Coming up, though, is justice. Now, justice and temperance both talk about balance. Temperance is Sag energy, and Justice is Libra energy. They both talk about a balance coming up. But there's going to be something, these are major arcana cards, and so is the Fool. So there's some kind of balance coming for you, and it's going to create a new start. So far, this is up to you. Up until here, this one's up to you. It's your choice. I mean, it's always our choice, but it's our choice whether we do something about it or whether we continue to ignore it. That's our choice. So this is all, so far, balls in your court. What you're not seeing is that until you see a different way, you are going to be suspended. You're not going to move forward. You're going to be, I just heard, hung out to dry. You could be made a scapegoat. So if you're feeling like this, instead of struggling, try to see things from a different point of view. Try to get out of this a different way than you thought wasn't possible. So hanging there, you thought you were just like an animal in a trap. You couldn't get out. But if you stop resisting, stop fighting so much, and just look around and see other options, then you'll find a way to get out. And that's what you're not seeing at the moment. The advice is that this is available to you, but not in its current form. And this is what you want, but you've been hanging on to it, and it's not right. It's not the right thing. It's not. It's like wanting. It's kind of like wanting an Alfa Romeo and getting a boy Alfa Romeo, like a little one in a box. It's kind of like that. It's an imitation of what you really want because it's not authentic. And the advice is that it's not, this isn't the real deal. You can move on and get the real deal. Hopes and Fears is the Tower card. And this, I love this. This probably is my favourite position in the reading. Hopes and Fears is the Tower card. Now, the Tower comes out, it can be a good shake-up or it can be an uncomfortable shake-up. And it usually happens when the universe says, okay, right, we warned you, we tapped you on the shoulder, we whispered in your ear, kind of knocked you over the head with a couple of things and you didn't really listen. We pulled the rug out from under you a couple of times and continued to ignore it, so here you go. We're going to shake the foundation. So I think part of you hopes that something external causes an event that will lead to what you want, which is to get out of the situation you're in, so that you don't have to be the one who says, I'm moving on. And it's not, it doesn't, none of these have to be a partnership or a relationship. It could be like an intimate relationship. It could be a family, a career, or it could be a hobby, or it could be, you know, anything. But I think you feel like it would be much easier if something external to you just happened to force it upon you. Your fear is that you'll break. You're frightened it'll be the end of everything. The outcome card is death. Now, this is all about how you see things. And at the moment, you're not seeing anything. Death talks about the end of a cycle. It is the end of something finite and the beginning of something new. It is transformation. It is all about closing the book and opening a new one. So this is the outcome. And I feel like you have a choice. You have a choice on whether it's an outcome that you have a say in, or whether it's an outcome that you go through and look back and say, I wish I'd taken action myself. I wish I hadn't waited for this to happen. This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity for you. And it's way back here. It's here now. And this is the opportunity or the obstacle. So you can start fresh, knowing your direction and planning it yourself, taking what you need, or you can just wait and go off willy-nilly and not know which direction you're going in and end up somewhere in a swamp. But it's your choice. And I think, Leo, because of this, even if you are stuck in the mud at the moment, if you keep going and keep going into what you're supposed to be. See, you're not supposed to be a willow, you're supposed to be this lotus. And up until now, I don't think there's anything wrong with willows because, as I said, they're beautiful. But you're trying to be a willow when you're actually a lotus. All right? Do what's right for you, not for everybody else. Because then you will come out on top. All right, my lovers. Love you lots. I hope this helps. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.